Hey, nice. It did it by itself.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday, July 7th, 2012. Isn't that what it is? 2012?
There's something like that.
2022? 2020, 2027, 2028? It's because time is a relevant thing. It is irrelevant, not relevant, irrelevant because it just all runs together anymore and it's going really fast.
Yeah,
Welcome to Thursday.
Right. It's 2025 and it's July already. Wasn't it just weren't we celebrating New Year's like 2 weeks ago or something?
Wasn't it 2019 a couple weeks ago?
yeah. A couple of weeks ago we had COVID.
I'm still in like 2 weeks ago I was listening to Prince sing Party Like It's 1999 on New Year's of 2000. So I don't I don't know what's going on. Zoey was born like 4 days ago or something. Man, she grew up fast. Good morning, Mr. Kevin. How you doing this morning, buddy?
I'm doing all right, Tanny. How about yourself?
I'm here. I'm awake, somewhat.
Yeah, no,
Ready.
I sympathize with that one.
Glad to be here with all these fine folks this morning, and you two gentlemen. The weekend was spent in and out of a sleeping haze.
I was gonna say you was talking to me in your sleep yesterday at one point.
Yeah, I was literally falling asleep on Bassman as we were talking. So I
Yeah,
was
that's
like,
no bueno.
I gotta go, Bassman. I'm just falling asleep. Right? He's like, okay, I'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye. How you doing this morning, Bassman?
I'm hurting pretty bad. I got a
Yeah,
muscle
Bassman almost didn't
muscle
make it this
spasm.
morning.
Yeah, I
Bassman
got
almost
muscle
didn't make it this morning. I'm
spasms.
glad you're here though. Yeah, I had those in my back yesterday. I
That's
was
what
like
mine's in my back, my left shoulder. That
jerking
hurts.
around and stuff. Anybody's
Cause they're
had back spasms and then they start cramping.
Mm-hmm.
and they're
It
connected.
sucks.
They're connected to the sternum, and the sternum's connected to being cut in half, and uh,
Well,
And
mine
his
hasn't.
bone's connected to the leg bone.
yeah,
Right. The neck bone's connected to the everything bone.
yeah. Once it narrows down for the neck, you
Yeah.
Neck's connected to that's connected to everything.
yeah.
Oh
After
yeah.
after the top of the neck, you're pretty much pain every time you turn around.
Yeah.
It's just that you
And
cut yourself,
my
cut your head off,
and
head
and
is
my head
gone.
and my head puts everybody in pain. So so I cannot remember, Mr. Kevin. I know we talked about it Friday, but did you have any shows this weekend?
Yes, I did. It was down in Wyandotte, Michigan for the Downriver Coins and More show. It's a monthly show. It's the first Sunday of every month. Uh,
Nice.
it was a little nice out, so I mean that deterred some of the turnout. But you know what? We had our customers. People were there, so I mean it was a decent enough show.
Very nice. Did you pick anything up for yourself or for the auctions or anything?
Yes and yes. So
Very nice.
we'll be seeing some of that during our preview on Wednesday.
Very cool. Very cool. Alrighty, let's go ahead and start saying hello to these fine folks. Sunday and Monday here in the Pacific Northwest. Grab some coffee and let's chat. My logo, Bassman's logo, Coins Making Sense logo. Good morning, Sea Griller Stacker, moderator and channel member. Thank you on both accounts, sir. Sea Griller Stacker had out a video on the 4th of July about the Declaration of Independence. Very good video. Need to go over and check that out and leave him a subscription while you're there.
All right, Mr. Robert Pintoff, telling Grilla to enjoy his day. I got showers. Oh, man.
Oh, wow. Morning,
We
Mr.
had
Pintoff.
spotty showers yesterday. It was like, at one moment you had a torrential downpour. The next minute it was sunshine and lollipops. I mean,
So it's like you walk outside with your umbrella and you're like, oh, wait a minute. Nope. Wait a
yep.
minute. Nope.
It was almost as if the rain was within the umbrella. Like you're carrying it around with you.
I think you have a hole in your umbrella, Mr. Kevin. Either that or it's hooked up to a water hose.
No, I just think that the merry-go-round broke down. So
I hear you.
And it made an awful sound.
Mr. Pintoff is a channel member. Thank you for your membership, sir. Speaking of a member, how about the OG channel member, Red Silver? Thank you very much for starting off our membership, sir. Saying, good morning, Tiny Bass Man and Kevin. Good morning to you, sir.
You're going to enjoy coffee today.
Yes. Due to Mr. Red Silver's donation on Friday, Lala will be taking advantage of that today and getting her a coffee. And Zoey. So
Here, see behind the scenes when I said that. Zoey's room's over there.
Now I'll split
sounds like Mr. Pintoff is having, what does it say? Mr. Pintoff is having rainy days and Mondays. Sounds like a song. It does. I think there is a song like that. Rainy day on a Monday.
No. Always get me better.
Hey, Bassman singing it up.
Just me bagpipes. It's Mr. Eric Lens saying good morning to the Bassman, Tiny, and Kevin. Good morning, sir.
Channel member, thank you for your membership, Mr. Gilliland. Good to see you, buddy. Where'd he go? Bassman.
What you gonna do when he's coming for you?
Threaten him to be served. We were talking about that show, the British show, this morning before the stream. Have you been served? Or are you being served?
Are you being served?
Yep. I couldn't remember it, and then all of a sudden it hit me. And I was like, oh. As soon as they started talking about the men's section and the women's section in this department store, I was like, I do remember that from when I was little. My grandmother used to watch that all the time.
Yes, if anybody has PBS in their area, which should be just about everybody, they played that show to extinction back in the day. At least they did here.
Mr. Pintoff just paid his property taxes. I would rather skip July. Well, if you skip it, then it becomes late, and then it's like, oh no, wait a minute. So you can't skip it. You can fast forward through it a little bit.
Yeah.
Can't skip it. Hey. Hi, how y'all are? I'm so glad for me to see you. I got on damn tea from way down on the bow. Silver Gator, everybody. Morning, Silver Gator. Good to see you, buddy. You're the man, Bass Man. He absolutely is.
We have Miss Amy Harrell here in the house. She is a channel member, moderator, saying good morning to Tiny and Kevin and Bassman. Good morning, Miss Amy.
Moderator and channel member. Thank you on both accounts, ma'am. Good to see you this morning. Joining us from the West Coast, as is Sea Griller Stacker, just to the north. Are there any stackers out there? If so, what are you doing with 90%? Buying, selling, or standing pat?
Standing pat.
I am keeping. I usually trade my 90% and 40%ers to the 5 or 6 gentlemen I trade with out west, but I'm not trading anything with my 90% and 40%. Uh I would rather trade my 3 9s and 4 9s bullion, like, fancy rounds like peanuts or, Britannias or something like that. I wouldn't. Well, not Britannias. I never get rid of Britannias. But I would rather do that than get rid of my 40%ers or 90%ers right now because it's on the upswing. But there are a lot of dealers that are actually getting them melted down right now. So,
Well, thing is, there are a lot of people who are cashing in right now. So there's a glut in the market right now on 90%. Me, I'm holding. I'm
yeah,
holding where I'm at. If I find any good deals, if I have anybody coming across the table, I'll put out an offer. But yeah, I'm standing pat at the moment.
I am as well. Mr. Coin Stuff I Like channel member, thank you for your membership, sir. Good morning, friends. On the 4th of July, Mr. Coin Stuff I Like had a banger of a video. It was on, and it's not just because it was on a bicentennial coin that I say this. It's a big video, okay? If you want a lot of information in a long form video where it is explained and you can understand it, you need to go over and check out Coin Stuff I Like's video that he had on the 1776 to 1976 Ike dollar. He explains the type 1 from the type 2, the ones that were made in 75 versus the ones that were made in 76, shows you the variations, shows you graded and non-graded. He shows you everything about it. So, and it's a way you can understand it in plain English. It's a very good video. You need to go over and check that out. So take take an hour of your time, get you a cup of coffee, some popcorn, maybe something to snack on, sit down and watch that video. You will not be sorry that you did. Hey, Bassman, putting up Sea Griller Stackers video. Thank you, Bassman.
Miss Pavi's Nawab. Good morning, sir. Saying hi to the fam. Good to see you, sir.
See, looky here. Anyone break out the popcorn? Watch Coin Stuff I Like's latest video? Yes, it did. I didn't eat the popcorn though. But I did. What was it I was snacking on? Oh, we had peppers and ranch dip. That's what we were drinking. We have sun showers on the bayou. Mr. Bill Driscoll. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, sir. Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, those sun showers, I call it rain shine.
Rainy days
Bright
and
sunny
Mondays.
out, and there's pouring down on you.
Mm-hmm. There's the song Rainy Days and Mondays, The Carpenters. She had a beautiful voice. Heading down to the Tahoe Celebrity Golf Tournament on Friday as a spectator. Are you sure? Because, I'd be heckling. I really would. If I ever, I'd be those guys, those guys that sit on the tee and they're sitting there talking and trash talking people. Have you ever seen those, Mr. Kevin?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen those, Bassman?
Yeah, I've seen that movie.
Oh.
They set like a group of guys set behind the first first tee where they tee off
Yell
from.
just as loud as they can.
Nope. Somebody walks up there and go, and they're like, "This looks like a guy who would dress like a chicken at a bar mitzvah." That what they try to do is they try to get them to back away from the tee, laughing. Is what they try to do. So they say some crazy stuff. It's pretty funny. Yes. Say hello to Steph Curry for us. Their coin stuff I like. He's going to be there.
Mr. Scott S. Good morning, everyone. Good to see you, sir.
Channel member. Thank you for your membership, sir. Greatly appreciated. And good morning, Mr. Scott. Temp is only 73. I put on my winter jacket. Winter jacket, and I instantly 3 beads of sweat come out of my forehead and started dripping down my nose as soon as you said hot and jacket in the same sentence, or So, and I was like, no.
No. Yeah.
Anything, any noise you can make that means no, just think of that right now. No. Just no. And we're caught up. Oh, Parviz, did you end up getting any Morgans? There's a question for you there. Army coins still available. What is going on with the mint? Is it still available?
Yep. Well, last I looked, it was. That was this weekend.
So sell out, come back, goes away, and now it's back again. What's going on?
Yeah, it makes you wonder.
Holding all silver, all the white metals are doing well, 30 to 40% plus. 2 thumbs up. Absolutely. Oh, hello.
Hello there, Miss Wendy Lady. Good to see you. Hello, Kevin, Tiny Bassman, and we are passing the coffee.
3 cups for 3 cups for us, 1 cup for her. I like it. AZ Coins. Good morning, sir. Good to see you, buddy. When are they going to take off the household order limit? In my opinion, that's the only reason they're still available. Yep. Everybody got the one they were allowed to get, and then they just kept putting it out. And they're like, well, we still got a house order limit of 1.
Yep.
Why? Tradition, or not tradition, but it usually goes first day, order limit, if there is one. Noon the next day, they open the floodgates and say, take what you want. Makes no sense.
I'm wondering, I know the Mint is going to be at the Fun Show this week. I'm wondering if they're going to be available from the Mint down there. RVs, you need to help us out. Let us know. Inquiring minds want to know.
Inquiring minds want to know. Absolutely. Am I in timeout, Gator? You're always in timeout. That's his middle name. See, Griller Timeout Stacker. You notice Yofan's not around. I wonder what Griller did to Yofan. Yeah. Well, I haven't gotten it. Well, let me make sure I haven't gotten any emails because there's one on my thing. No, that's one telling me that I went live. So
I'm gonna say, yeah, you never know what shenanigans are going on in there.
And I haven't I haven't gotten anything from. Well, let me check here. Haven't gotten anything from Facebook from Yote fans saying, "What did C Griller Stacker do to me?" So too hot to travel to Orlando, so he's not going to the fun show.
Mm. Hey, that's the reason why I'm not going. Florida in the summertime, and I don't mix.
Yep.
Nope. Big guys in heat.
Yeah, a little too hot for my blood.
Yep.
And Florida's a bad place to be when it's hot, where it builds up thunderstorms.
Oh yeah, and that
Yeah.
heat lightning.
Now,
lightning.
winter fun. Winter fun. First week of January.
Yeah.
Now that's inspiration.
Yep. I was out. I think it was yesterday. I went outside and talked to the not the landlord maintenance guy, all in one. Good friend of mine. Got to be really close with him when we moved in here. Great guy. Went out and talked to him for 30, 40 minutes yesterday. I come in, sat down, had to drink a liquid IV, was getting lightheaded, and I was standing in the shade, but it was like thick with the humidity. And I was like, no.
But no, actually, at the coin show yesterday, there was somebody that was outside talking with someone. They started to get heat stroke. They collapsed onto their car and fell down. Yeah, so.
Oh wow.
We had to call paramedics and everything.
Tiny, I fear no man, especially one that hides behind his wrench. Hello, my friends.
Hey, where's Matt and Marcel?
Marcel.
Yo, fan.
Yo, fan.
Marcel Louise.
Hi, baby. She walked. See, I can.
Yeah, Mama. Yeah. Mama
she starts walking, and her mama could go, hi. Just diverts for me straight to her.
Go see Papa. He's going to cry in front of his friends.
Go see Papa. He's going to cry in front of his friends.
Okay.
I would too. The Mint is a total mess in almost everything they do. Their communication with their buyers and collectors is absolutely appalling. I agree.
Go see Papa. He'll show you off.
Well, with the change in leadership over there, yeah.
The weather we've had in the Midwest the past couple of weeks is bad as Florida, if not worse. Humidity levels of 70%. Ours was like 84, 85% Saturday. It was horrible.
But yeah, I had a buddy that was traveling out in Las Vegas, and the temperature in Detroit was warmer than in Vegas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, your problem is when you get those 100 and something degree temperatures with those 100 and something percent humidity. Man, we get stifling heat here.
Oh, I bet. Can you imagine when Bassman's fishing on those days where there's 100% humidity and it's like 100 degrees? Because Bassman
it's raining.
Right, Bassman has a problem with the sun.
Yeah.
So he wears a long sleeve shirt, even though it's a light colored, tannish shirt that he wears when he's fishing, and gloves, and a hat,
and long
pants. It's no Bassman. I tell you what, when I come down there and we go fishing, you ain't wearing that stuff. I'm going to tell you, put on a t-shirt. I ain't going to be, packing you out of the boat when we're done.
It ain't bad. That stuff's actually pretty cool. Uh, but
Whew.
keep the air blowing through it, keeps you cooler.
Yeah, that's true. How did your fan get in here? Tiny, I need to fix my wrench. Oh, hi, Marcel. She comes under the back side of my desk and lays down on my feet and scares me to death.
Is she seeking for TREATS? No, E's. Yeah.
One of those special things that she gets.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of a jar.
Out of a jar. No. I have given up on the mint and modern building my type collection. Lost interest in the mint. How many times can you be disappointed with them? I have heard that more and more and read more and heard that in videos lately. People are just getting fed up. The number one thing that people talk about is the raising of prices every year, a couple times a year.
I mean,
I mean,
it is getting ridiculous. So
right.
I can honestly not fault them.
Never
Yeah.
would I shun the gator. No one better ever shun the gator. I will find somebody. Silver Gator's the man. I'm just sorry, but he is.
And nobody puts Gator in a quarter.
Nobody. Parking fees for the Orlando Fun Show is $24 daily. Wow.
Yes. And that's not only for the customers, that's for the dealers too.
Yeah. And we just went down to Florida for a deal for my wife. The legal.
Mm-hmm.
And the motel and all that they had it at, you had to pay to get in, and you had to pay to get in the motel, and you had to pay to be, to go to the show, and you had to pay $40 a day parking.
Holy smokes.
If you left the parking lot, you paid another $40.
Yeah, you pay again.
So a lot of them would get there, like the first day they all got there and went over there. Well, it's bad enough they got to pay $40 to park. But now they wanted to go to eat lunch, and they couldn't take the car out of the parking lot to eat lunch, or they'd had to pay another 40. They had people down there that would drive in and stay, leave the car, and go take Ubers and stuff, and come back and leave the car overnight.
Yeah.
Heck, at that point, yeah, leave it for the entire weekend. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Well, it was 40 a day, but I mean, how else would they know when you got in there with the ticket? So as long as you didn't try to come out on a day that you didn't have a ticket for,
Right.
they charge you $40 for that day.
Talking about an Uber, it reminded me of a story I heard Saturday. This gentleman lives in a college town, and his driveway is, as you can expect living in a college town, is pretty narrow, and it's between two block walls. So it's just big enough for him to drive his car in and park. Well, he came home and there was a nice BMW sitting in his parking spot. And this was on a Thursday. No, it was Friday evening. He parked behind the car and said, "This is where I make my stand. I'm always, people are always parking in his spot, these kids, and they don't care and everything."
Mm-hmm.
Well, about 10 p.m., he gets a knock on his door. It's this girl, this entitled girl, the way she
Mm-hmm.
was acting, he said, and said, "You need to move your car." And he said, I'll move it in the morning when I'm ready." And she goes, "It's not going to work." He says, "Well, I'm tired from working today, and I'm not." And she goes, "That's not my problem." So
Wrong
he
answer.
said, "I'm not moving it." So right then he formulated this idea. He he told her he wasn't moving his car. So she turned around and is walking off his porch, and she's already dialing somebody. So he knows she's calling the cops. Well, the cops show up. He walks to the refrigerator and gets an adult beverage. And as he's walking across his yard to go speak to the police officer, he opens it and takes a drink. The police officer looked at him, looked at his adult beverage, and he said, I can't move my car. I've been drinking." So that took care of one day. He said, "So I sipped these adult beverages all weekend long. Monday was a holiday, so it was a 3-day weekend." He said, "So didn't go to work." He said, "And Tuesday, where I'd been drinking all weekend, didn't feel like driving, so I got an Uber."
Mm-hmm.
He, he said, "When I got home Tuesday evening, I moved my car." She got out of there, and it was like, he said, it was like a circus. People were walking by and filming. They heard the story from all weekend long. He said, "No one has ever parked in my spot again." He said,
Nice.
so I held this girl's nice BMW hostage legally for 4 days." And I'm like, yes.
I
You
don't know
should
what
charge
kind
for
of
parking.
vehicle he had. I'd
Right.
have backed
Chart,
her out in the street. I'd,
do
I'd
what?
her, I'd have started. I said, I don't know what kind of vehicle he had, but if I was her, I'd have started mine up and I'd have backed him out in the street.
Oh, then you
But
got
it's
property
between a
damage
brick
and
wall,
stuff.
between two brick walls, right?
Yeah,
Right.
but that don't
There's a
matter. He'd go backwards.
brick wall. Yeah. Sliding and skidding, but he'd go backwards. But then you got, dealing with insurances, and she's trespassing, and, you know.
Yeah.
I just found that really good. I was like, that's
No, that's
very
that's
good.
vindication.
Oh, you're
If
kidding me.
I haven't mentioned it, I hate them purple things in my chat over there.
Oh, yes. Wait a minute. Brother Compton. Good to see you, buddy. It's been a little while.
Man,
Good to see you, buddy.
good to see you, man. Nice.
Brother Compton works a lot during the day, so he hasn't been able to join us. But good to see you, buddy. Glad you caught us. Yeah. Glad you got to come in. July 10th, Mint will release uncirculated Morgan and Peace, $91 each, 150,000 mintage. That's not that bad. Well, the price is bad, but the mintage is
Mintage
not that
is
bad.
low. Yeah.
Let's see. That is great. I love it. Oh yeah. I mean, think about it. If every day, or every other day or a couple times a week, you come home from work and there's somebody parked in your spot and you got to wait for them, and then they come and knock on your door and bother you and interrupt your day and, mess up the flow of your life. just so you could move and they could get their car out, trespassing, but you got to cater to them to get their stuff off your property. No. I would have a tow truck on retainer. Say, either that, well, you don't have to have it on retainer. When I was head of HR at the call center, we had a tow truck company that we called, and all we had to say was, call center, we got another one for you. And it wasn't 5 minutes. They were there, and they didn't care if you were front wheel drive or back wheel drive, if you were in the stall backwards or forwards. If you were in there forwards, they would grab the back of your car, slide it out, get in front of the car, pick it up, and take it off. And we're talking within 2 minutes, the car was gone. And then, they'd come in the building and go to reception. Where's my car? Why was my car towed? Well, you're on private property, and, it says no parking everywhere. So we don't know if your car got towed or not.
They'd have to pay to get it out.
Right. We don't know if your car was towed or not. But if it was, this is where you need to call.
This is the towing company that serves this area.
Yeah, this is the towing company that serves this area. Yeah. See, Griller, I may finish my modern day peace dollar purchases after 2028. The original series paused after 2028 or 1928. The moderns are no longer 100th anniversary in 2029.
Nope.
Yep. Right. Yeah, but see, that's you just get that one moment of satisfaction. But when you teach the whole college kid community that's been parking in your spot, because she's telling somebody, and that person's telling somebody, and that person's at a party, and they're telling everybody in a big circle, so then everybody, like I said, it became a circus. People walking by, video camera, and talking and mumbling. What? Yeah. You just taught the whole college classes, hey, don't park in dude's parking spot. He'll hold you hostage. Yeah.
The ones down here that have that, down near the colleges and stuff, they have your car will be towed sign in there,
The 2025 Kennedys 2-roll coins is on remind me status now.
Yeah, glad I got my rolls.
Nice. 2024 and 2025 peace dollars are the same, $91 price. That's unexpected, yes, and lucky. It's funny to say, $91 for a peace dollar is lucky, but
Ugh.
Compton is still trying to make plans for Sharonville this year.
Oh,
nice.
That would be excellent, man.
Compton, if you come to Sharonville this year, yep, there's a bunch of folks going. Even Coin Stuff I Like is going to make an appearance this year, Compton. So,
Daddy Pa will not be there.
Daddy Pa won't be there this year. Oh, wow.
Oh.
I hope everything's okay.
It's a funeral. Might as well be a funeral. It's a wedding.
It's a funeral for somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the bride's parents' bank account.
Kevin, look in the private.
Don't see anything.
Oh,
unless it was directly to him. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, it was him.
Okay. So, asked Mr. Kevin if he had any shows this weekend. Did anyone out there have any shows they went to this weekend? Or because 4th of July weekend is get-togethers and stuff like that. But there were a pretty good bit of shows across the country.
Okay, really, that's a good one.
I don't think the Kennedys will go up in price, even though it's the last one of its kind. They were available for a long time.
Yeah,
Yep,
they were.
but in a couple of years from now, when they're like, wait a minute, that's the last of the Kennedy of its type. And as we know, collectors usually like the first and the last.
Oh yeah, it's the bookends.
Yep.
I talked to a lady that was a receptionist at a place and she said that she had some dollars, but they were, coin dollars, and
Yeah.
they were dirty. But I told her right off, don't clean them.
Right.
So, but she told me she had coin dollars, and but they were dirty.
Hmm. I was in college. I knew a girl who parked in front of a no parking sign and was towed. She called her dad. The dad said, "Why am I paying for your education if you can't even read a no parking sign?"
Good question. Fair question.
Like,
There
like
you
it.
go.
And there's your sign.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if she would just read it.
Now, see, this is what I can't get. You must not being shunned by C. Griller Stacker, Amy. I can see your posts. But C. Griller, if he can't see your posts, why are you saying, I have no idea why you can't see my posts? So, okay, apparently C. Griller Stacker's posts aren't making it onto Silver Gators. Oh, he wasn't talking to Gator. He was talking to us. No idea why Gator can't see my posts. I don't know. Maybe he can, and he's just shunning you like you're trying to shun Yofan. It's called payback. It's called na 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 boo boo. See what happens to you? See?
Yeah.
Ain't that a little stinker?
Yeah. So nobody said anything about going to any shows or anything. Did anybody do any coin roll hunting or anything? There's another question for you.
Coining around. I mean, come on.
Right. I looked at some Lincoln cents and some Jefferson nickels for a while. Yes, there you go, Gator. Are you in live chat or top chat? Maybe they're thinking sea grillers are not live chat material. If you're in live chat is not filtered. It shows all chat messages as they came in. Top chat filters messages and may remove messages from the chat. Yes, without a doubt. Tiny Deuce. Okay, yeah. Sure, it's a show, I guess. I didn't, specify. Coin uh denomination currency shows, Gator. But I did say shows, so
Well,
I would just hate to see what happens with a change at that kind of show.
I don't.
if the show's
Yeah,
there, yeah, there's probably not much change, but there's money changing hands.
I was going to say if there's a change,
$1 a time.
right? Well, I'm thinking if there's change involved, I don't want to go in that building because something is definitely wrong. Is 2026 going to be a 1 year design? Absolutely. All denominations are going to change for 2026, and they're all going to be a 1 year issue.
They'll like
And
it
then
so much they'll keep it. No.
I still want to see. I know they've already got the designs and everything, but I want a Drummer Boy 2.0. I really do. I mean, they've brung other designs back. I mean, look at the Morgan and Peace dollars. They brought the Morgan and Peace dollars back after all those years. I mean, it'll only be 50 years since they had the drummer boy. Come on. Bring the drummer boy back. Check a Coinstar in a wealthy neighborhood, and there was silver quarters. Not the best shape, but free. Good job, Miss Wendy. Yo fans' opinion of it is Seagriller's comments aren't worth viewing. Yo fan is on my last nerve, says Seagriller. I can feel the love between those two. You know, it's
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it kind of gets you in the feels.
yeah, it's fleeting and faint, but you can feel the love. I mean, no show this weekend. Was still hosting an athlete that I coach. He ran a 4:05 in the mile on Friday.
Wow.
He's a junior in high school.
Holy.
Nice. Nice. Little do you folks know, or some people do know and some people don't know, coin stuff I like in his spare professional time. He teaches people how to run faster. Very scientific approach does Mr. Palladino have. He's very experienced in that field, if you know him personally or not. But yes, he teaches people to run faster. And that's awesome. Hey, Mr. Kevin.
Hey, break out the soup and quackers. We got a lucky duck. Good to see you. Hey, everybody. Hope they had a fulfilling 4th of July weekend. Yes, sir. Good to see you.
Absolutely.
Shoot, it seemed like 4th of July was last week.
Good reading.
Yeah.
It may just have been.
Yeah, 4th of July messed my timing all up. You know, when you get up and the wife's sitting in the recliner, then it's Saturday automatically.
Right. Automatically.
Yeah. Or it's before 7 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
You know, because till 7 she can go in her set, but then she gets up. But I got up and walked in there and was standing there looking at her, and I thought, is she gonna be late for work? So I woke her up. That wasn't
Special holiday.
Oh, see, Griller's got his eye on somebody else now. Spread the love. Imagine what he could do if you weren't his coach, Wiles. That's you were doing just fine until that one, see, Griller. That's funny. I was 6'3", 175 pounds. The best I did in a mile was around 5 minutes flat. When we had to run the mile, I think I done it in like 8.5. But that was at my lightest and my physical peak.
Well, I set the state record in the mile.
Oh, wow.
It was so long ago that I was the first one to run it. So.
Right after they called it a mile?
Yeah, they timed it. But I actually did set the state record in the mile once. I couldn't sprint. Was not a sprinter. But I could run all day long.
Yep. Bassman was a cross country runner for years.
Well, I ran just to get to the bus stop was 2 miles each way
Oh wow. Oh wow.
with
The
hills.
problem is that I was never in shape enough to run. The only shape that I could ever get was round. So
Well, then you roll.
yeah,
Right.
yeah, I could do a 5 minute mile in a car.
I did several miles a quarter mile at a time. In case you folks didn't see the thumbnail this morning as a throwback to my drag racing days. I always loved watching those older cars run. I mean, I always drove, uh, I drove a Dodge Neon that was hopped up really, really big. I mean, roll cage and everything, running high 9 seconds in a quarter mile in a Dodge Neon. I mean, that's a ride. A little car going that fast. It was fun. It was really fun. But I used to go up and watch those older cars, running high 10s, 11 seconds, the cars from the 50s and 60s. And it was just awesome. Even though they weren't going really fast, it was just awesome to watch. Awesome to watch. Fred Holabird is retiring, so I'm not sure what's going to happen with his auction house in Reno. Great Americana and Numismatics. I put some bids on items in their auction this weekend.
Mm.
Nice. Well, it's nice that you put, bids on his stuff, but it's kind of sad he's retiring. Sounds like an opportunity, Wiles. That's what C. Griller says. Yep, that or on the other hand, people could be thinking, I better buy a bunch of stuff because this is the last one.
Yeah.
So it could be like a double-edged sword. You're getting a good deal on stuff, and then all of a sudden it just skyrockets. Because you're always going to have those people out there that's like, and you see it on eBay a lot. A $50 coin goes for like $100 because I'm not going to give up. I'm going to get it. It's mine. They don't want to accept defeat, so they'll just keep bidding and bidding and bidding. It's mine. You're going to give it before I do. You're going to give it before I do.
Yeah.
Speaking of coins on eBay, I sold everything, Mr. Kevin of Bassman.
Oh, nice.
I sold it all for the price it deserved.
Good.
Like the Dr. Sally rides, they're like $229. I sold them for I sold them for $195 because it was an open box.
Mm-hmm.
People with open boxes were asking $210, $215. And I said, no, that doesn't seem quite right. So let's go $195. I wasn't trying to undercut people because there were ones out there that were cheaper, open box, but they deserved one, and they deserved $195, and that's what I got.
I mean, that's how you have to do it. I mean, if there's a lot of competition out there and you know that you can still make it by undercutting, I mean, yeah.
Yep. I sold the Dr. Sally Ride PDNS set. I sold the Anime Wong PDNS set. I sold the Edith Kanaka Ole PDNS set. And something else. I can't remember what the fourth one is right off. I used to run a 5-day mile. I've slowed down since then. I can walk a mile in a week or two.
Yeah.
10 or 15 foot at a time. It's the same 10 or 15 foot. I just go and come back. But, eventually it adds up to a mile.
Ain't nobody got time to time me for a mile.
Right. They use a.
You get bored and quit.
What are the big? Oh, I can't. Oh man, see, it would have been a good joke, but I can't remember it. Oh, they use a sundial to time bassmen.
Yeah, yeah.
Glad you got good prices. The killer is when you see what you pocket. The fees are a killer. Yep, yep. I don't like how eBay does it now. The paying. It used to go. Well, eBay owned PayPal back in the day.
Yep.
eBay started PayPal so they could have a uniform place to where you sell something on eBay, it goes to PayPal. So they would get fees from the eBay sale, they would get fees from getting paid from PayPal, but then PayPal split off from eBay. And now eBay doesn't even pay you to your PayPal account anymore. It goes directly to your bank account. And it takes like 3 days to get from eBay to your bank account. But they want you to send the product as fast as you can to the buyer. Have they not ever heard of chargebacks? It happens to folks. I've
Oh,
read
wow.
nightmare. People sold, $1,000 computers and they shipped it out right away. 3 days later, there's a chargeback on somebody's credit card and you don't get paid, but they've got your computer. And eBay only sees they paid it. They don't see the chargeback part. They just see that they paid it. So they're not going to take your word for the chargeback. They're going to say, well, whatever. It's paid. That's like if you get a package that ends up missing, but it says it's delivered. eBay looks at it as saying it was delivered. There's nothing we can do about it. It's
Yeah,
eBay.
they make it difficult on the sellers.
Yes. See, you used to be able to leave a negative feedback for the buyer. Like if they didn't pay on time, they were, hard to deal with. You used to be able to say, these people are kind of rough to deal with. They send you a lot of messages hounding you, this and that, this and that. They didn't pay. You know, you're not allowed to tell people that they did wrong. But now a lot of these bigger companies that do sell, 10, 15,000 items a month on eBay have started a little thing. Let's give them a positive feedback, but we're going to tell exactly what they did in this positive feedback. Positive
Good.
feedback. Positive feedback. Took them 2 weeks to pay when they only had 4 days to pay it, and this and that and this and that. But I mean, I'm like, how many people actually read positive feedbacks? All they want to do is look for the neutrals or negatives.
Well, hey, see if you can add the neutral feedback.
And if you're a seller, it's only positive. So if I have a problem with somebody, I just leave.
But hey, Tiny,
I, yes, sir. Where did
we're
I?
at an hour.
I've been on a couple of checks made from the Gould uh, and Curry mine in Virginia City to the Virginia and Truckee Railroad in 1870, 1871, and 1884.
Damn.
Nice. Nice. Mmm. See Griller Stacker saying Zoe Strong? Absolutely.
Miss Amy Harrell, Brother Compton.
Very nice. Alrighty, gentlemen. Let's let's let these fine folks go for the day.
Yes, sir. So, hey, thank you everybody for coming on out. Thank you, Tiny and Bassman, for having me. As always, it's a pure pleasure being on up here with you two gentlemen. And we do this for you guys. So, hey, if you haven't done so already, please, there's 14 of you still here. Hit that thumbs up and show YouTube who's boss. And for now, I'm Kevin with Coins Making Sense, your spot for the dissemination of information to the numismatic nation. Thank you so much for coming on out, and I'll see you on Wednesday here on Talking with Tiny. Bye.
There we go. I'm looking for something. There it is. The Talking with Tiny will be here again Wednesday. And we'll have a preview of the auction items. So come on back. See us. Until then, I'm wishing I was fishing. Bye.
Everybody have a good day. I hope your weekend was awesome. Like Bassman said, come back and see us Wednesday right here, 11 a.m. each Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And on Wednesday, we will have the auction preview, as Bassman said. And then Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, we will have an 12-item auction over on Coins Making Sense channel. That's the gentleman right down there. The good-looking guy was just up here a minute ago. You guys have a good day. Come back and see us Wednesday. I love each and every one of you, and I hope this finds you guys safe and healthy. And you guys don't forget to check that pocket change. Or, as Miss Wendy said, those Coinstar machines. Because you never know what you got in your pocket or that rejection chute.